this character, you're kind of balancing out Maleficent. How was it coming up with the character? Was it you're a raven? So how was it coming up with you're a raven, but a great raven? You know, normally we think of them as dark, evil, but you brought a new light into what we think of ravens. So how was that coming up with that character?
Well, I mean, it had been really well written before I arrived. So I mean, when I read the script, it was my favorite. It was my favorite character. Because you get to play all the different animals, because I get to work with Angelina then in every scene, which is obviously pretty cool. And how they develop, you know, I begin more like her slave and very scared of her, into sort of, my character realizes that there's more good in her than she's willing to accept.
And you're the only character that really calls her on her stuff. Everyone else is afraid of her. So do you think she would have been able to evolve to becoming what she was by the end of the movie without your character being there?
I would, of course, say no. But I think Aurora also is not as scared of her as she expected to be as well. Well, Aurora is such a, you know, has such a good and innocent heart, or whatever, that she also sees the good in her.
Right. And now the central theme of this movie is centered around love and all types of relationships. So can you talk a little bit about what you wanted the audience members to go back from seeing your role that you played?
I don't really know. I mean, what's really charming, I think, about this story is that you see what it is that made the sorceress in the original movie curse this innocent little baby, which is such a insanely bad thing to do, of course. But I think, you know, the idea of true love is a common theme in fairy tales and in some of the Disney movies as well, obviously. But this one, without giving too much away, sort of develops that, which I think is cool for modern times as well. It's a bit more feminist friendly than the originals, and also the, you know, the little princess. I mean, little girls will probably always want to be little princesses, but they probably don't necessarily want to. They're not all waiting for the Prince Charming. Right.
Now, you've played a Disney Raven. Would there be any other Disney character that you would just love to play in the future?
I don't really know. I'd like to play this again. I mean, it was a great part. I mean, I'd love to do the voices.
The voices?
I'd like to be a villain next time, though.
You like to be a villain? So you don't want to be the voice of reason next time?
No. It's much more more fun to be the bad guy.
Okay, so one last question. If you could have any kind of magical power, you've been, a wolf, a dragon? A horse. If you could have a magical power or be another magical creature?
I think being a bird would be pretty cool. You know, I could fly around and things. I could fly back this evening and see the family and then fly back.
Fly right back. Yeah. So you're sticking with the raven, huh?
It'll
You
be
just loved
cool.
it.
I love ravens.
Well, thank you. I love the character. I can't wait for our viewers to go see it. And your character, I think we would have been lost without him.
Well,
so.
you're very sweet. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. And good luck the rest of it.
Faster, Diavol, faster!